Okay, so hey, what's up? There we go. Kind of wanted to go over, it's been a while. I want to go over some cool stuff about a automatic watch that I have made in the previous. You've seen it. We're going to go over what makes it a mechanical watch. Lots of parts are going to be displayed. We are going to destroy. We are going to destruct it, sort of. Um, I'm just preparing for what we are going to need. Get all that out of here. Get the brush out of here, and you know the drill. Oops. I'm going to need the case back opener for sure, and the movement holder. That's all that we got for the day. So, what makes a mechanical watch? A mechanical watch, step by step, and what's what. We'll get to the basics first, and then we will get into some of the other chapters. So, what do we have here? Check this out. Got my tourbillon working today. The automatic watch. There's all the fun jazz that we've got. Now, I know I've gone over this for a while, and we are going to go over it today. What is it? So obviously this is a watch, right? This is a watch. This is a watch. This is a watch, right? Now for a wristwatch, this is also a wristwatch. Has to do a couple things, tell the time and date and what other functions to make it a watch as a watch. Now this watch isn't running for specific reasons. We will go over that in a second. So what is inside this watch? You can wind it. You can automatically wind, so it's special. So let's start by just taking the case back off. Excuse me, it's been a little while since the last video, which I didn't record, but I did a waterproofness test. Okay, got the case back off. So it's a display back, which means you can see through the back, unlike on my Rolex where you can't. I'm not wearing my Rolex today, so this is called the case back. So your crystal is the glass. This is a mineral, not sapphire. This is your movement. So this is going to be your ring, your gasket. So for water resistance, it's just kind of helps also secure it. Here we are. All right, so here we are as the watch. The inside of it is called a movement. We're going to put these in a special drawer up off to the side there. I'll be right back. I got to do something. Yep, feeling. There we go. Sweet. So this is what in the industry we call a watch movement. So we are going to get you can see how it winds, right? Pretty nice. To get the case ring, to get the movement out of the case, there are 2 screws. Let me try to zoom in there for you. You got 1, and then you got 2 here, which hold the movement ring in place. But to be able to get it out without damaging it, we're going to pull the stem and crown out. Just done by a little button there. You just push it down. There's your crown and stem. They do separate, yes. So now we have nothing holding that down. We are to remove those screws. But before we do anything, this is called a rotor. This helps wind the watch. We are going to take off the whole automatic work section instead of just the rotor for educational purposes, of course. But so these blue screws here are going to look a little different from the other screws on the list of screws you're doing. So I'm just unscrewing the automatic winding works. And I will show you how that works. If my fucking screwdriver would go in. There we go. So we're going to take the screw out, which is blued. And then we can just grab the winding or the counterweight. And there is your automatic winding works. You can kind of see how it works a little bit. Maybe not so great with the lighting, but it does rotate around You can see here these two, they're called reversing wheels. And they are attached with this little whoopsie daisy to this rotor. So it's pretty neat. These are the automatic winding works. You don't need this, however, to have a watch run. For example, let's pull one out here. I think this is it. Yes, it is. Like I said, you don't need the automatic winding system for it to run. For example, as well as the difference, funny enough, I'm wearing a manual wind watch. So it doesn't have an automatic winding system. Very beautiful watch, you will admit it. It is a tourbillon, so you have no second hand. That is all of everything. Your escapement, your balance wheel, your everything is there. Very cool watch. Sapphire crystal, moon phase, dual time. It's an amazing watch. I wore it out to dinner yesterday. Got a lot of compliments. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here. Go for another second here. Sweating profusely out of my arms and other places, but just the sweaty armpits. Okay, back to focusing here. You're going to clean this off. So we've got the automatic winding works off. We are going to get the case screws out. There's just two screws holding this in place, just to hold the movement into the dial as well. We are going to reassemble this as well, just so you guys can get an idea of how to do so. So today purely is exploration. Shit, where's my tweezers? Goodness me. Get back here. Dang it. Shoot. Sorry, bad words. So we're going to get the movement screws out, the case screws. Sorry. Whoops. There we go. These we will place off to the side for reasons. Grammy, I'm recording, so please be quiet-ish. Quiet-ish. Is that all right? No, I'm recording though. Whoops. So we're going to place the case with the front crystal with the back. Grammy, I'm recording. Great, Grandma. Please. Sorry. So here's the dial with your hands, and that's your date wheel. We shall, rather barbarically, sometimes, have to remove the hands. I do not have a hand removal tool, so 2 screwdrivers will do the job sometimes. Oh, we got the minute hand off. The hour hand can be tricky sometimes. There we go. Come on. There we go. Place the hands off to the side. I will be getting new hands. This watch is purely for demonstration purposes. Now we have the dial and the hands are off. There are 2 little things holding the dial feet in place. You're just to push those in. Oops. Push those in. There we go. And they should just pop right on off. And then you can just lift it off. Now on the back of the movement, the dial, you have this ring. This is called a movement ring. This is just there to be there, really. So now the dial gets off and we're done. So we can start replacing stuff. You will need to take the hour hand or your minute hand off and stuff. Place that off to the side. Yes, that is made of gold. We are to flip the movement over just to make sure. Oh, I was working on a bigger watch earlier. Sorry about that. To make sure there is no wind in the watch. Yes, that is a thing. Great. How you're going to do that is I'll explain the parts later. We're going to flip this back over to the front because I will explain to you what each part does as I turn the brake. Okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. Now, this is your calendar wheel, calendar ring, made of metal as well. So this is your manual calendar flip. This is what your cannon pinion and stuff goes on. This covers the keyless works. Keyless works is what allows you to change the time, set the stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let's start disassembling this watch. We can put those 2 screwdrivers away. Truck. There's construction going on in the background. I'm sorry for any extra noise. We're going to remove the 2 screws holding down the date wheel stuff. And I'm going to just set these into a pile off to the side. I'll put them in view so where you can see them. And, whoops. Sometimes my tools slip. Okay. We're going to grab another pair of tweezers here. Very sharp pair of tweezers. Here we go. To remove these screws. So, shoot, my bad. Trying to work on my language. I've only done it 3 times this stream so far. This can go away, please. And we can start disassembling. I'm going to grab this screw for this side. By the way, we can further disassemble this automatic winding work system later. You're going to get the cover plate off. The date wheel, the manual changer, not the automatic one. Get you off, very important. That goes against the teeth of the date wheel. Now we can get this little bugger off. This is a piece, looks like a puzzle piece. Grandma does puzzles all the time. So yeah. Oh, cooking update. I have not done a cooking update in a while. We can get this date wheel off by popping it off like that. It's your date wheel, gold on the back. Very nice. You just set it off to the side, as we do. Okay. Trying to get so you can see all the parts. Whoops. There you go. The movement. This is what we call a movement. This is what, obviously, as you saw, was inside the watch, helping it do its thing. Now we can take the automatic date wheel system off. We're going to set all of that into one little pile here. I'm going to do these in sections, and you'll start to understand along as we go along on this journey of watchmaking today. I know I haven't been on stream lately. Shit, I thought I saw Jewel. Got worried there. We're going to get off some of the time stuff here. Your cannon pinion. Now we're going to go on to the keyless works. As I tried to explain a little bit earlier, this is what allows you to change, wind, set the time, or dates, or God, any other functions, GMT times, but we're not working on GMT, we're working on a date watch. So, it's pretty fancy, I know. Purely, we are just here to understand what's inside one of these bastards. These are a little twisted at the tip. That's what she said. Anyway, now that that's off, we can get our cover plate here off by just popping it off like that. That just holds everything down. You can get the yoke, what allows... dang it. By the way, the construction you're going to hear in the background, well, not anymore, he probably left, is a new room in the house being built. Outside of the house, really. It's a sunroom. Pretty nice. Nice setup there. Just getting all this stuff out. Your clutch and sliding wheel. Oops, they are hanging together too much. We're just going to set the keyless work stuff right here. I'm not going to really give you a history lesson on what keyless works mean, mainly because I don't know what it means, where it comes from. But look, we're all done with the dial stuff. Now, probably the stuff y'all have been waiting for. The lighting is absolute garbage. I'm sorry. He's cleaning stuff. It's going to get pretty loud in here in a second. By the way, we are first going to disassemble the automatic works. I'm going to unscrew the counterweight here. And guess where that's going to go? Placed off to the side. Shit, there's no room. Off to this side. Right? And then now we're going to do the automatic winding works here. So we can set the movement off to the side. Flip this on over. There is a screw here, which we are going to need to go down to yellow. No, not yellow. Red. So this is your automatic winding works, as I explained and demonstrated a little earlier. What it does, just get this plate off. There, get your interacting wheels, I'll call them. This is what goes, will apply onto the top of the mainspring barrel to allow it to do its thing. Sorry. Very loud. These are your reversing wheels, as I talked about earlier. Settle down. Okay, can you close the door? So sorry, guys. I'm muting. Sorry about the silence. There was construction going on. So, as you heard, they're done. So, back to this. Reversing wheels, I believe we were at. So, you got your plate for this. Seems dark. Now, check that balance wheel out. Okay. We can get to the good stuff. Now, the crown wheel's always placed, is reverse threaded. I'm not going to say always. Usually reverse threaded. You got your click wheel, crown wheel, your click spring, sorry. Your click, that's what allows it to do the clicky thing. Now, we're going to unscrew we are working on the barrel works. So this is what holds that wind. It's called a mainspring barrel. Take that off. It's a wheel. We don't call them gears. We call them wheels in watchmaking. So now we can take off the mainspring barrel, or the mainspring plate, or the bridge. Sorry, I know you guys can't see that. There's a better view. I like to have it up close to me sometimes. And then there's one more here. Sorry, I got confused where it was for a second. Just passed out mentally. Get your fucking hair off my goddamn tweezers. Come here. Thank you. We can get the screws out for this plate here. Fuck off, hairs. Damn. There's 3 holding this movement down. By the way, this is a Sellita SW, is it a 200 or a 210? I don't remember. It's one of them. It's a automatic 2824 clone. Everything is basically the exact same as a 2824. So, built the same way. All the parts should be the same. Oops. Get you off. Now we can lift up this plate. Bridge. It's called the mainspring, whatever their mascot is. This is called the hack lever. This allows you to stop that balance wheel when it needs to be stopped. Now we're going to get the train wheel bridge off. This is where the ideal gear wheel section is. So it's where all the gears with the teeth are. Ouch, my forehead. Okay, so this is what allows the second hand, minute hand, hour hand, all of that being transferred to the mainspring barrel, which you'll see here in a second. You can get that bridge off. There you go. Place that upside down. Get your center wheel for very obvious reasons. It's called a center wheel. Get your second wheel, mainspring barrel. This dude. Get our balance wheel off, which for once is actually like a wheel, not a wheel. Sorry about that. They're still building our sunroom. But yeah, they're like 95% done. They started about 2 weeks ago. They poured the cement a couple weeks ago. They let it dry for a couple days. By the way, I'm getting the pallet fork off. There's your pallet fork bridge. The one and only pallet fork. And your escape wheel. And this is your corpse. So what does all of this stuff do? So this is your front side. So this allows you to change the time, set the date. This one does the auto date. So every 24 hours when it needs to switch the date over, it does that. This just holds down that date wheel. This allows you to set the time, change modes. This automatically winds all of this. And these are what basically everything has to do. This is your heart. For everything to start working, you need this and this. your barrel. This allows the connections between this and this wheel, allows everything to happen. So let's go over the parts. This is the front side. This is your keyless works. This is your automatic winding works. This is your barrel bridge, all that. Train wheels, balance wheel, your rotor, pallet setup, and your cords. So I'll explain more as we go along. So right now we're going to start on this back side. Now I'm going to use a different pair of tweezers for this, and these are built differently. So we're going to get our mainspring barrel, our train wheel setup. Sorry, this one we don't use the mainspring right now. We're grabbing our set wheels here. Your plate and the 2 screws. So we're going to just set the hard light force for this up. This goes into this slot. Beautiful. These are very fun watches to work on. Not yet. Get our escape wheel here. Set that to its jewel. By the way, jewels, when you see on the back of an automatic watch, this one has 26 joules, allegedly, which are little dots of purple, essentially. They're essentially just purple dots that have grooves. There's a little spike at the end of each of these wheels, and there's a little hole for that, obviously. You know how babies are made. So it's that same concept, just no kid at the end. But in a watch. Shit, this isn't placed right. Okay, sit right. Grab our center wheel here. And do that in the hole. Which hole, you may ask? The center hole. Shit. Very shaky hands today. Come on. Thank you. And where to place this in it. Drop it in, just like that. Everything seems set just so perfectly. Beautiful. Now, we do the hard part, which is to place this plate on, get a better grip on that plate. That's set just so right. This is a movement I practice on a lot. That's our guy. So now we've got that in. We can continue on with the build. We can place our 2 screws. Just test that. The way to test if everything's set properly is if you try one of the wheels and it in turn rotates the rest of them, then you know it's set properly. We'll go over that later. Okay, sweet. Now is the part where you screw down your first pieces. The train of wheels is a very important part of making a watch. Now, we may test. Very good. So it's in its spot. Nice. There's multiple ways you can approach this in watchmaking. Now what I'm going to do is place the escape. I'm going to do the pallet setup. This is what just kind of interacts with the balance wheel and the escape wheel. This allows stuff to be pushed forward and backward. Tomorrow, we're going to do a less complicated explanation for the channel title. I'm going to retitle this video once it's shit. Okay, good. It's still flat. Got scared. This is what interacts with that escape wheel and allows that to do the sound. You know how a stopwatch sounds? Like that. It just allows it to do the tick, 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 tick. But yes. Good. Tighten it on down. Tighten this on down. Beautiful. Set perfectly. Awesomeness. Okay, your escape wheel's on there. Sorry, your pallet fork is on there and your pallet setup. Now is optional, where you can either place the balance wheel first, which we can, and we will. But it makes it a little harder to place this next plate on. Beautiful. Beautiful done. Now we place our balance stop lever. Balance stop lever, and for the big part, we can place our bridge. Literally, you're building bridges onto a watch. Now we can secure this piece down, the three screws that were mentioned in the beginning. Yes. These are usually held down with 3 screws. Now, this mainspring setup is a little more complicated than the click setup on this watch is very complex, mainly just due to the way it's made. Click spring is a nightmare to use. Now is a good time to test your fitment. Oh, goodness me. These have to be set just perfectly. Whoops. I've been doing this for about a couple months, maybe more. 10, 6, 7 months now. This is pretty much easy, so I got this in the bag. Now you can test your beautiful. Just get that center wheel rotating properly. I'm recording, remember? I'll look later. You're a big girl. You can get it. Okay, now you just gotta pay attention to detail here. Now we've got our click spring in place, which is a fucking nightmare. If anything, the click looks like the tail end of a fish. Beautiful. Now we can place your crown wheel on. You gotta set this thing on very gently. Set it on just right. Okay. Good placement. Okay. Now, like I told you, this is reverse threaded, so you have to screw this to unscrew it. And likewise, ladder to screw, unscrew to screw, and screw to unscrew. Reverse psychology, essentially. You can just set the motherfucker right. Oh, Lord. If you are a viewer of my channel and in one of my college courses, remember the shaky hands concept. Yeah. Right now is that time. Okay, how to test. Just push forward, and if it pushes back, like so, did it perfectly. Now is where we can clean these off, because these are very schmutsy. Let me get back of this. Okay, nice. Just to place this on just so perfectly like that. This allows another connection to the mainspring barrel. There we go. And this is also the wheel that interacts with the automatic winding works system. Guess what? We forgot to place the balance wheel. We just tighten down this wheel. As you heard it click, that means it's winding properly. Place our balance wheel on. Place that right there. See, now on a watch, the balance wheel is the main event for any watch enthusiast. You can try placing it multiple ways, different setups for each wheel. You just got to set it up ever so properly. Just proper setup. Oh, beautiful. That's in place. Now we can secure the balance wheel on. Somehow I flipped the screw upside down. There we go. Just to get it started a little bit with the screw, or the tweezers, sorry. Shit. Oh, fuck. It's 4:36. I got so scared there for a second. I thought it'd been an hour. It's my bad. The balance wheel has to be set just so perfectly on every watch. It needs a little bit extra love and care. Look at that. It's fitted so nicely. Fitted very well. Okay, great. Now just test the screw fitment. Okay, this one. Reverse threaded, remember? Tighten the fucker, flip it over, allegedly. Apparently flip it over. It's not what you want to do. You want to just tighten everything down. Tighten your balance screw here. Okay, there's your train wheel bridge. Everything's set perfectly. So now you got the back stuff done. That's the work side. This is the fun side. Now we can get to moving the automatic winding stuff out of the way. We'll put it with the counterweight Why not? Right? I would say I do love this way of automatic winding. The way Swiss brands do these is just insanely crazy. Everything here I use is Swiss. Shit. Oh, no, thank God. There we go. Now, we can grab our little dude here and start the dial side. So you can either start with the cannon pinion on first, which I like to do sometimes. We can set the automatic, date wheel on, wheel adjust right there. And then place this on beautifully so it's in grinds well. Winds, not grinds. My bad. Terminology is not easy sometimes. Now we can place not ready for that yet. Keyless works on. I'll show you an example on how the keyless works, does its thing. There we go. The keyless works is the most important part to a watch, as well as the train of wheels. All of this stuff goes in together and works as one. Xerxes. Why does that name sound familiar? Xerxes. Great. Should I do like an ASMR version of this? That'd be really funny. Maybe when I move, I can do an ASMR channel on watches. I just need to get better mics. Then a camera setup, but roughly for now, this does the job. I mean, they do already some good ASMR watch out there, but not to the level I want. Just not great. The only channel that does good wristwatch ASMR, probably Atlas does the best on that. Pretty cool. He started with the Grail watch with his Rolex. He's now got a yellow fad going on. For you younger kids, fad means it's the new style. It's the new drip. It's an idea. It's what he likes. Whatever, kids. Say nowadays. Sorry, I'm getting very tired and fatigued. Been studying all day for a fucking music project. I know that sounds fun, but it's really not. College sucks, kids. I mean, I do recommend you go. It's just time consuming. It's time consuming to the point of me not being able to do what I love, which is work on watches. Anything about watches is my favorite. So we're going to place your clutch wheel, which interacts with the crown wheel, oddly enough. Remember, the stem and crown, the crown wheel interacts with some stuff. Okay, we're just going to place the clutch in. Now is for the yoke, which goes in between the two grooves on the clutch, which needs to come out. Oh my god, I fucking hate this part. You have to just place it just so perfectly that Oh, fuck me. Fuck. God damn it. Why do you always have to go? Why is it always the yolk? There's Pringles up here. The yolk is important. Come on. Tell me where the fuck you went, mate. Yes, I am. Shit, my wrist. Sorry, it hurt. Yolk. Here you are, bitch. First watch in 2 months. First part in 2 months. Goddamn. No, I've been told there's many different ways on properly setting the stuff here, but I do it my own way. But today, I'm going to try their way. So what you do, you place the crown and stem in on the clutch stuff. Okay, and then you just do that, essentially, but we don't have the security in, which is the yoke. Good. Now we can place the thingy-majigger, the plate that covers the train stuff. Sorry, I was gone for a little while. I'm getting very bored. Fuck off. I'm sure you've seen me build this many times. God damn it. Sorry. Shit. There we go. Jesus Christ. That was really unfucking necessary. Hello? God damn it. Why this is a hobby? Why? Just why? Fuck me. Fuck! Come on. God damn it. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Thank you. Fuck. Fucking hell. God damn it. Now, a good way of testing the proper placement of your timepiece, just like that. You got to finish placing this stuff on. For example, clutch selector, date wheel, your date adjustment wheel, and then you can place the date wheel back on. Properly place it. They have to be just set just right, or they don't work. So these plates just hold down the thing, the wheel, the date wheel, just to secure it down. Also, they serve a little purpose, at least this side does. This side's going to probably be out of camera for a little while. I'm a little irritated right now. Sorry. It's not your guys' fault. It's just everything. God, you fucking pick it up. God damn it. Just got to be placed just right. I'm securing the first one in place here. Good. The thing is, we are just going to secure this. Now we can secure both these in. Now we can it winds. That's good. Beautiful. Now that's done. We can get rid of this crown and stem. Good. We can start placing the dial back on. First, we need to kick those dial securers down. So the design on this watch I call the Metropolitan. Oh shit! Almost forgot this. God damn it! If I can't pick one thing up on a fucking tweezer, I'm gonna lose my shit. We're gonna place the hour stuff back on. Just make sure that's all lined up perfectly. Yep, done beautifully. Now we can place the dial on. My bad. Gotta make sure that's in the center. Let me go and place it now perfectly. Now we can close those dial feet. Not the dial feet, but the foot protector holder thingy. Just helps secure it. Now we've got that in place. We can now flop it over. And now we kind of have to be able to set the time, build the automatic winding works. So this is called the reversing wheels. These, are called the reversing wheels. Good. And they interact with one another to be able to do their thing and wind the watch automatically. And they gotta line up just right, or it won't wind automatically. Now we can place the plate covering fucking piece of shit on. Beautiful. Good. Now to place this bastardly screw that never likes to stay in. Mother's home. This motherfucker doesn't stay in place. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Okay, now that's gonna get screwed down properly. Good. We can now shut up! Go get her. Go. Out of my life. God damn it, Grump. Damn it, that's not ceramic, that's cement. Sorry about the noise background, because she obviously doesn't understand the concept of recording. Fucking hell. Miss Talks a Lot's back, so I gotta go.